I'm gonna be like 60 with my kids and my grandkids, and the grandkids are gonna be dressed in like an R2D2 tutu. No, I'm never stopping. It's a steampunk poison ivy costume, and I chose it because I'm a huge steampunk fan and don't think that people do enough steampunk. So I figure why not take kind of a classic costume that's kind of easy to make and then add a whole steampunk different genre aspect to it, which I think just adds like a cool, different, definitely kind of cosplay idea. I don't know. So I was always the fantasy kid growing up, reading novels, watching movies like Star Wars and Game of Thrones and stuff like that. And I'm super crafty, and so especially with Comic-Cons, it's fun to just kind of put your costume together, get dressed up. So only a couple years, but I'm digging it. And they're getting better every year too, so it's really time consuming. I mean, to do a good costume, you're gonna wanna do a lot of research. So obviously you can do 1,000 different poison ivy costumes. General idea, ivy leaves, and then you kind of decide the look you're going for. So it's more of just like the researching, the finding things to then, get the costume with, like materials, glue guns, ivy leaves, anything you need from like art and craft stores to bead stores to wig shops and stuff like that. So I think it's more of like the putting the costume together and then the making the costume, because buying one online is out of the question. So anything creative, I think, is a type of art form. So I mean, it's sewing, it's putting it together, it's being crafty, and I don't know, being crafty to me is an art form. And you look at people and you can really see the effort that they put into stuff too. Which, just like any other type of artist, whether it's painting or graffiti or music, I think it's all an art form. It's an expression of like what you want to be putting into the world. And you look around and like you can really see the heart and soul that people put into their costumes. And I think that's one thing that every cosplayer shares, is just the love and the passion that they have for what it is they're doing. And that's kind of fun to be able to share with other people. I think it's just making people smile, like having people stop you and asking for pictures and like them telling you that you did a good job. Like I had fun doing it. They get, I don't know, they seem to like seeing me walking around and taking pictures with me. So I think everyone just kind of thinks like, oh, that's so neat, that's so cool. We're already scheming as to costumes for next year and the next Comic-Con and the next Halloween. It definitely is just, especially seeing everyone else, you get so many more ideas of what you want to do, and it's just like a constant spinny wheel of just what's coming next. It's not always super easy. Like, if you're artsy, it's definitely a little bit easier. Just again, in terms of like thinking of a costume, putting it together. So find artsy friends if you aren't artsy, or it's really easy to put costumes together too, whether it's like corsets and cute skirts and stuff like that. So there's a way to do it for everyone, even if you're not super artistic. So stick with it and keep doing it.